In this video, I want to show you how I was able to double my money flipping a cheap $1,300 car in just one day, in a few hours of my work at home in my driveway, making over $1,000 profit, and how you can too. All right, so we have another one right here. 08, I think, Chrysler. Let me check the Carfax. I don't even know what this car is. All right, so 08 Chrysler Sebring. I picked this bad boy up last night for 1,300 bucks. Give you a quick walk around tour. A little bit of rust starting there, a little bit down there. Cold AC, 175 clicks on the dash. Little clear coat fade back here. Same with here. Hunting arrow right there. Dent here, little rust. Otherwise, decently clean. Super long story short, it popped up on Marketplace for $1,800 yesterday, and actually I can prove this one. So this was in the car. The seller's phone number I just folded back so that you don't see it. Anyway, 08 Chrysler Sebring 2.4 4-cylinder motor, cold AC, hot heat, cloth interior, power windows, locks, runs and drives good. Needs a couple of tires. So I'll show you that in a second. Anyway, I went and checked this thing out. Drives decently. It does have a check engine light on the dash and a little bit of rust, a little dents and whatnot that I just pointed out. But the big thing is how trashed these tires are. They're really, really bad. Asked the fellow where he needed to be on the price. He said 1,500 bucks, takes it home tonight. Heck, for you, I'd do 1,400. I said, do you think you can get anywhere closer to the 1,000 mark, 11 or 12? He said, no. What about 13? Meet me in the middle, 13 right now, and got it locked down for 1,300 bucks. So I didn't think it was a bad buy or a bad deal, considering cars in this market that run and drive command that premium, 1,500 bucks at minimum, let alone cold AC, let alone kind of newer. It's not an early 2000s, late 90s car. And the Carfax history based value is pretty darn high, multiple times what I paid for this thing. So I want to give it a little bit of love, clean it up, make it marginally nicer, and ship it off to the next buyer. So on deck for this thing, we are getting all 4 brand new used tires. So new tires on this thing would probably be 300, 350. They're 16s, but a little cheat code, a little hack that I always use is to buy used tires. You're buying a used car, you don't expect brand new tires, especially on something this cheap. Getting a nice set of used tires is plenty adequate. They can be had for 20, 25 bucks a piece. And so all in all, we're gonna have about 100 bucks in new rubber for this. I'm hoping to keep the rest of the fixes under another 100, so that after everything, all things considered, we're in this for 1,500 bucks. Now, I already know that we're gonna have some money in the mounting and balancing of the tires, dismounts, disposals, etc., and 30 bucks for a can of 2K clear for back here, for up top, and for some of the other spots. But I think that we can do the rest of the stuff pretty cheap. The headlights, I'm gonna polish, 2K clear those. They should clean up. Some black Rust-Oleum paint will fix that really easily. And a little bit of Bondo can go a long way right here. And that stuff is very cheap as well. All in all, the goal is to have this thing done in a few hours with a few $100 and a little elbow grease, and hopefully turn a pretty decent profit. So what I'm starting on now is giving this thing a quick buff. I'm not going to spend my time. I'm not trying to make it show car shine, but you can see I already hit this spot right here and it came out wonderfully. There are some hard stains on this paint. It won't just really wipe off. So I don't think it's an issue of a wash. I think it needs a quick light pass with the buffer. So as you can see here, that is much, much, much cleaner than here. I'm gonna hit this all very quickly with the buffer. We'll start a time lapse, get that dialed. we got this thing hit with a very, very, very quick buff. I did not get the roof, and here it is as a comparison. You can see all of the crap on the roof versus the paint looks actually pretty solid now. Definitely way better. They say you can't polish a turd, but I think we just did. Anyway, the other thing that I did real quick was lay some Bondo right back here on the dent. I hit it in just a little bit so I could flatten it out and build out, and then hit this. I'm not going to do it too perfectly, but we'll get this initial coat laid, sand it, lay a second finish coat, and then call it good. So here it is after the first sand. I should have definitely masked the bumper, but my oops on that. It came out okay. We got to lay that second coat, then we should be good. So we have some 2K clear. I just did the body work on the back here and got a little striping with the sander. Here is done. I'm gonna do a hard line, hopefully right here with the 2K. It should look okay. Decent.
Looks good on camera.
Yeah. And then we'll hit the headlights as well. They should mask, obviously. I don't care to. That looks like new.
Oh, this one's even, oh, hold on.
Decent. Not a bad little $30 job. So we got the rims and tires dropped off. It had a 225 60 16. I got 215 60 16, slightly smaller. It'll be okay. Or slightly less wide, I should say. Anyway, these have a heck of a lot better tread than this, especially less age, less dry rot. 3 of them are matching, 1 of them is not, but the same size. So a pretty big improvement, not new tires, but definitely not nearly as used. So we are headed home. The tire shop will get to it in the next couple days, and we'll have this car done. It was $107 after tax. They may have charged me for using my card, so like $110. All things considered, mount and balance or dismount and mount balance, whatever, we'll see what that runs. Give you a grand total. It should be just north of $1,500 to have really good tires on the thing. Hopefully that'll fix any weird feeling as far as driving it goes, because the one tire on the rear that was showing a lot of cord, it felt a little wobbly in the rear end. I don't know if that's bushings that caused the tire wear that made it feel wobbly, or if it's just a really, really shot tire that makes it feel wobbly, or a combination of both. Nonetheless, we are at minimum putting a band-aid over the problem with some brand new rubber or nearly new rubber. Huge improvement over what we were working with before. So we were driving the Chrysler now with the new tires put on, and man, is this thing smooth. It is worlds better than it was before, that is for sure. I gotta buckle up for safety, but any of the weird vibration in the rear is gone because of the tire situation, and I'm gonna pull off real quick, get some pics for the listing, and we should be good to go. So here are the listing photos. You can see the exterior turned out awesomely. Even where I painted, did the body filler and all of that, it turned out really, really well, especially for this being an older, cheaper car. Now, the moment you've been waiting for, the big reveal. How much did this thing sell for? We bought it for 1,300 bucks, had just over 15 in it, all said and done, after the paint, Bondo, 2K clear, tires, all of the labor, dismount, mount, all of that. We had about $1,550 in it, and it went for a grand total of $2,650. We more than doubled our principal and made over $1,000 net profits after it was all said and done. This is an awesome introductory flip. A lot of you watching the channel may have come in seeing some fun tuner cars, super bikes, whatever else, but have stuck around to see that you can do this too. Even with limited funds, just getting started. 1,300 bucks is all it took for me to buy this car. 1,500 bucks in it total. So as it's starting to rain outside here, this video is going to come to a close, come to an end. But if you like this video, definitely drop a like, drop a comment down below telling me what you thought, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date. Link down below, there is my program that teaches you everything that I know on how to flip vehicles just like this, how you can get started with cheap cars like this all the way up to supercars, fun cars, whatever. So check that out if you're interested in learning step by step. And with that in mind, I will see you on the next one. Peace.